Clarify the court process for us, Mike. What's going on?
Sure, Dan. So yesterday was the oral argument for the NFL's appeal of last fall's decision by Judge Berman to vacate Roger Goodell's suspension of Tom Brady. So the NFL appealed it. Yesterday there were oral arguments. The NFL was represented by a very prominent appellate attorney named Paul Clement, and the NFLPA was represented by Jeffrey Kessler, who successfully argued for Brady last fall. And going forward, the three judges who heard yesterday's appeal will at some point issue a decision, most likely sometime in the summer, I think is the expected time, although it's really up to them. And they'll do one of two things. They'll either affirm Judge Berman or they'll reverse. If they reverse, they could remand it back to Judge Berman to hear additional issues. But I think what I would take away from yesterday, Dan, is that it went better for the NFL than many expected, and the judges mostly seemed to favor the NFL's perspective, although I say that with some hesitation because it's not a clear-cut issue, and sometimes judges sort of play the role of devil's advocate and they're not really being transparent. But I think it was a good day for the NFL yesterday.
If it goes against Brady, then what happens?
Well, that actually came up towards the end of yesterday's hearing where the two lawyers disagreed about the consequence of that. Paul Clement for the NFL said, look, if you think Judge Berman got it wrong, you have to order Tom Brady to serve the suspension. And so he would serve the first 4 games of the 2016 season, and Jimmy Garoppolo would presumably start in his place. Jeffrey Kessler said, no, that's wrong. Judge Berman left open 3 issues that still have to be resolved. So if these 3 appellate judges decide Judge Berman got the first set of issues wrong, they need to remand it back to Judge Berman. And if that's what they do, then there would be a repeat of what we saw last summer. They would be back before Judge Berman. There would be another hearing, possibly in August, right before the start of the season. And if Brady wins again, the NFL would appeal that. It would almost be like the movie Groundhog Day. We just keep seeing the same story play out. And I imagine nobody really wants that.
It felt like the process yesterday was to pick apart Brady's defense. That it got a little more personal. Was that normal? Is that normal in a situation like this, a case like this?
It was a little abnormal, Dan, in the sense that the judges focus quite a bit on facts, and normally during an appeal, the focus is on process, on legal analysis, on application of law. The judges yesterday, although they did talk about that, they spent a lot of time talking about a topic that I don't think the NFLPA was expecting to spend much time talking about, and that was Brady's cell phone. Whether he destroyed it, whether he recycled it, whether that should have given Roger Goodell the right to increase at least the rationale for the punishment. And Jeffrey Kessler said, look, you can't raise a new issue during the appeal when Brady did that appeal before Roger Goodell, because if Roger Goodell decides during Brady's appeal, you know what, I'm going to come up with some other reason to punish you, Brady has no chance to appeal that because you only get one appeal. And Jeffrey Kessler argued that. Didn't seem to have a lot of traction with the judges, though.
So we wait till the summer to find out what the judges ruled and find out if Brady is going to be back in a courtroom here.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Oh, thank you, Michael. We appreciate it. Have a good weekend.
You got it, Dan. Thanks for having me on.